Just for here when I got back to a new Gumball review, and if you need the last one, go and check it out. And we were back with the next 4 episodes of Season 3 of Gumball, and the first episode of the 4 we were reviewing in this one is another good one. I really did enjoy this one, and it starts with Principal Brown just having this hair wax, which, yeah, looks very painful when he just rips his fur or his hair, and then it just grows back. And yeah, Gumball and Darwin were watching him, and he's like, Gumball was gonna be going out on a date with Penny, but now he's just gonna go home and wash his eyes out for what he just saw with Principal Brown. And it's their turn to watch the skull hamster, which that thing looks evil, like disgusting. That hamster looks disgusting. It reminds me of that turtle. It reminds me of that turtle that they got. And yeah, then we just see Principal Brown and Miss Simeon just doing these weird facial expressions to each other. And yeah, they get not the hamster. Yeah, the hamster is left at the school. So at this point, we just say Gumball and Darwin going to be taking care of just random pieces of hair from that was from Principal Brown. So Gumball is getting ready for his date with Penny, and yeah, doing these different hairstyles. And of course, Gumball is saying that Darwin can't come with him because plus that would be awkward, right? That would kind of be awkward having one of your best friends at a date with you, right? Because normally going on a date is just you and it's just the two of you, right? It's just two people, not somebody else with you. That's normally how it works. So, of course, Gumball is saying that Darwin should watch after the hamster. Again, they think that they have the hamster in the cage. We know that it is at the school because we saw them just leave it at the school. So, yeah, Gumball has no choice but to take the hamster, aka just a random piece of hair, that ball of hair that they got, pile of hair that they got, on the date with Penny. And I just love how Penny imagines Gumball having all these, all buff looking. And yeah, Darwin, I guess you could say, is of course a little angry and not wanting to talk to him because he's trying to do the silent treatment. But now he's trying to get some love from the hamster. And yeah, we can kind of see Darwin kind of being a little bit jealous of Gumball and Penny's relationship. And he is going a little bit crazy as well. We can see going a little bit intense, but he ends up thanking the hamster. And we just see these awkward moments as well, where they're just doing everything with, obviously, the pile of hair that they got. And just seeing random bits of, just sewing random bits of hair as well. And yeah, just doing all these different things. Even sewing what it looks real hair too, and seeing the hair inside of their mouths too. Like, yeah. And yeah, they end up thinking that the hamster is dying. And yeah, Richard thinking it's a rat, and he smacks it with a frying pan. And then the actual turtle gets it, and then it goes into the dishwasher. And then trying to do CPR on it, or mouth to mouth, and then it splatters everywhere. And this is when they realize that what they were taking care of and kissing and stuff, yeah, and having in their hair in their mouths was not the hamster, and that was the pile of hair from Principal Brown. And the actual hamster, we say, is still at the skull. And yeah, they end up getting into the skull, and Gumball's face though. I just love the face expressions when it comes to Gumball. And it gets the fire alarm at the skull, and they keep going past the turtle. And yeah, then they say Miss Simeon, Principal Brown, and the policeman, or the police donut, checking out what's going on. And again, this hamster is evil though, causing an explosion as well. And Gumball charges and grabs the hamster, and it bites Gumball, and they're seemingly like they're gonna get caught, but no, the hamster actually saves them, saying, "I know how it feels to be caged. I would never wish that upon another soul." That's literally what the hamster is saying. And yeah, they just grab a piece of hair from the trash can, from Principal Brown's trash can, and just puts it in the cage. And yeah, just letting the hamster go out and outside and just going to leave it. Because they're not going to wait until the hamster dies. Yeah, a really funny but also gross at the same time episode as well. And now to the next one, and it is another good one. And it starts with Gumball and Darwin showing these different things, like these different moves, and showing their different face expressions. And Gumball seeing Penny go out of the bus, and Gumball is telling Darwin of what kind of romantic place would you think of actually taking somebody, and who would you actually take. And of course, Gumball is going to take Penny, of course, when Darwin talks about taking it to, or when talking about romantic places, going to a cabin, cabin lodge. And yeah, they're just doing this dance. And yeah, Darwin gets angry when Gumball says that, of course, he would take Penny, and Darwin says he would take Gumball. And yeah, this episode literally shows that, yeah, Darwin is kind of has a jealousy on Gumball and Penny's relationship. We can clearly see in this episode. And yeah, Darwin is oh, Darwin though, in this episode though, he is literally on his craziness in this one, I can just say. And yeah, even looking at Penny as well, which again, I am definitely loving Penny's new look though. I mean, I loved her old look as well when she had her cell, but I like her new look now too. And yeah, even in the girls' locker room, yeah, that's kind of awkward as well. A guy being in a girls' locker room when other girls are in there. And him even trying to overhear Penny giving some chicken to Sussy as well. Again, I just can't help but I just love Sussy. The design of Sussy, though. And even in Penny's bag, yeah, and Gumball literally is having a ring, but he does realize that they're both 12, right? That they're both 12 years old. Gumball and Penny are both 12. They are too young. They are way too young to get married. So, not necessarily why Gumball is trying to propose when they're very young. And, of course, Darwin is wanting a part of this. And he even does this hissing-like sound when he's like, okay, can I just have my other hand? And, yeah, he's just angry. And, yeah, he's just really getting up in their way. And even when it comes to basketball, even though they're on the same team, and Penny says that I think she's wanting some space just until Darwin and Gumball can work this out. So pretty much Darwin kind of making it creepy for Gumball when what Gumball sees when he gets home, and saying that is all Darwin's fault. And he actually got an idea, which he leaves this trail, and yeah, Gumball though just really not making this well. And yeah, him making a stupid move as well, where he puts the ring in the drink, And of course he drinks it, and she ends up choking on the ring. Like, that's not really smart, I can say. So yeah, Penny is choking on the ring that Gumball put inside. I mean, I can understand if he tried to put some ice in the cup, but no, he literally put the ring in the cup that Penny drank out of, and now she's choking on the ring, and now there's a fire going on outside too, and it ends up blowing up, and of course, Penny's Penny obviously says that they're 12 years old, right? That they're too young to get married. So, yeah, Gumball just gives the ring to Darwin as and doing the you may have five the bro. And yeah, they high five each other and they're all laughing and everything works out with Penny and Gumball's relationship, and Darwin is good with it. But it doesn't end up well for Gumball or for Penny's family and their house at the end, though. But again, a really good episode and really hilarious with Darwin as well. Just yeah, kind of having a jealousy, kind of being jealous at Gumball and Penny's relationship. But again, really funny though. On to the next one. Alright, we are back with the next episode, and it is another good one. And it starts with Gumball just talking about him and still talking about him and Penny's relationship. And yeah, Darwin just wanted Gumball to pass the salt. And of course, he passes the butter instead. And he didn't really want to talk about this subject. And yeah, we see this email, which just says that you are now cursed, and reads this description, and yeah, Gumball just saying that Darwin believes all these different kind of things, and yeah, they're eating Gumball's underwear for the food, and yeah, we see Penny and Gumball doing some love, signs. Some love signs, and Gumball wants to say something and needs Darwin to pass it on to other students, but yeah, it really doesn't turn out good because when it's finally passed on, Penny Gumball said that she's fat. Yeah, that is, oh no. Of course, that is not what Gumball said though. He did not say that Penny is fat, but yeah, they got it wrong and made it worse for him. And again, they're believing that is this sign. And then they don't see their family. And then they go to Henry's mom, which she says about this spirit that causes this curse to happen. And they're having to get these different ingredients to stop this spirit. And they head out to their house and save their family and splash the stuff on Richard, but it's not anything bad. And they had to go out of town to get some chicken because Richard is banned from going to the chicken joint in town because he literally ate everything on an all-you-can-eat, but he ate a chair as well. And right before they can get some chicken, Anais, Nicole, and Richard get taken by the spirit. And yeah, we could just see the spirit that is going towards Gumball and Darwin. And Carrie actually comes and says that spirit that is attacking is her father. And that they need to call his name in order for them to defeat it. And yeah, it is doing all these different things, and yeah, this is like a Halloween type episode, but it's not though. And trying all these different spells, and yeah, of course it doesn't work. And then they get it to go into the light, and they manage to get Nicole, Anais, and Richard back. And yeah, Carrie's father is freed. He has been freed from that evil curse. A really good episode, I can definitely say. And now we go to the next episode of this review, and it is another good one. And it starts with Granny JoJo's birthday. And of course Richard says, "Let's do a toast," and he eats a piece of toast. I love that. That's something that I could see Richard doing. Wanting to do a toast, and he eats a piece of toast. Instead of doing raising a cup, raising a glass or something like they would do a toast. But no, he eats a piece of toast. And yeah, they actually noticed something different with Granny JoJo, and seems like she's actually smiling too. And we actually see her new boyfriend as well, which of course Richard passes out, and they do this. They pretty much bring him back by opening a bag of chips. I love that. I love that that brings Richard to his senses. And of course, he is angry. Yeah, he is angry at his mom. And yeah, they yell at each other. And yeah, Gumball wakes up to see Granny JoJo, Darwin, and Anais saying that they're wanting to help Granny JoJo to get ready for her date, and her date is waiting outside, and first they're trying to make a rope and even using some of her girdle as well, and having to try to push her and trying to get her out the window. But of course Nicole is trying to tell Richard of, remember the first time that, go into the first time when they were first mating, or when they were first mating, and Richard singing a song to Nicole, and she's like, she's telling him that her dad is coming, and yeah, he has to retreat. And just to give his mom a chance with her date, because she's happy, right? She's happy, so he says that he'll go and talk to her. And they have this gadget, or this device that they created, and yeah, it ends up not working. And then, of course, Richard starts getting angry again. And they decide to do a man-off, which, yeah, of course, Richard loses. And we just see them doing all these different things, like sitting, bathing, cooking, dancing, and now is to express their feelings, which Richard said that his dad went to go and get milk and never came back. And yeah, we just say, this is kind of sad though, because of course Richard trying not to cry, but then crying about when he lost his dad. But Granny JoJo said that her and Richard's father just didn't work out, so they just said that he went to go and get milk, and that's why he never came back. Pretty sad, though, to know about of what happened with Richard's dad. But everything works out at the end. It's really good to see that Richard does accept Granny JoJo's, or his mom's, new boyfriend. A really good episode. And yeah, hope you enjoyed this episode and this review. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Make sure you have on notification on anything new. Again, season 3 is definitely having a lot of good episodes, I can definitely say. I'm really enjoying how these episodes of season 3, they're really getting good. Yeah, I'd like to know what y'all think. Catch y'all next one.